Welcome and thank you for joining me, Ms. Trott, once again for Math and Science for Young Children. In each of our sessions, we will be reviewing math, science, and early childhood topics. Our goals for this session are to learn developmentally appropriate ways to help young children build their understanding of number operations. Become familiar with three overlapping aspects of science learning: content, process skills, and dispositions. Also, appreciate the importance of an ecological perspective. And lastly, recognize the value of incorporating soil exploration into life science investigations. Make sure you download the note sheet to go along with this video and stick around as we learn more about math and science for young children. Number operations are the processes we use to find out the answer to mathematical questions. The most common are adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing. Remember, when we're teaching math concepts to young children, we want concrete experiences. So the very first thing we need to remember to do is keep number operations firmly grounded in real-world experiences. Use concrete objects, act out stories, sing songs, and make drawings to demonstrate number operations. Don't focus on the symbols used to represent addition and subtraction at this point. Think about some songs you learned as a kid. 5 little monkeys jumping on a bed. One fell off and bumped his head. Mama called the doctor and the doctor said, no more monkeys jumping on the bed. 4 little monkeys. What number operation are we doing there? Young children need to understand the fundamental idea that every operation tells a story in order for number operations to make sense to them. We want to use stories to first build the foundation for understanding number operations, and then later on they will be able to understand the symbols. We have three big ideas to go along with number operations. The first is underneath the topic of changing sets. Sets can be changed by adding items or taking away some items. We also call this separating. In everyday life, the number of things we have or need often involves a change. We start with some and we add some more, or we start with some and need to take some away. Children may not keep track of the specific count, but it's important for them to make the foundational generalization that adding increases and taking away decreases. The next big idea comes from comparing sets. Sets can be compared with using attributes of numerosity and ordered by more than, less than, and equal to. We use number operations to calculate how many more or fewer in one set than another. For example, if I had a set of cars and a set of trucks, I might want to ask, which has more? How many more trucks are there than cars? These concrete experiences are building the foundation for understanding the equations and using symbols as they get older. The last big idea falls underneath the topic of number composition. A quantity or a whole can be decompressed into equal or unequal parts. The parts can be composed to form the whole. An understanding of the parts-whole relationship within a set is necessary foundation for number operations. Children need to recognize that smaller numbers are contained within larger numbers and be able to describe that parts of the number. Fostering scientific inquiry in the early childhood setting includes helping children grow in these areas: content, process skills, and disposition. Content refers to scientific knowledge, the main ideas and concepts that represent what is known about the world. Process skills are the processes used to make discoveries about materials and phenomena. And dispositions are the person's attitude towards doing and learning science. These components overlap and are inseparable when teaching about science to young children. And all of these areas are impacted simultaneously through children's experiences. One of the most important dispositions and attitudes teachers can help children develop through life science activities is that for a respect for living things. Children who come to appreciate living things and understand the importance of the relationships among them will be more likely to value and appreciate them. This is what we call an ecological perspective. Children build the understanding of interconnectedness and interdependence of living and non-living things in the natural world. In this session, you will be completing an exemplar activity to go along with life science, exploring soil. Children carefully investigate and describe a sample of garden or backyard soil. They observe the color, texture, and odor of the soil and use magnifying glasses to examine things in the soil such as leaves, roots, pebbles, and possibly tiny living creatures. The underlying science concepts in exploring soil are that soil is made of non-living, like rocks, sand, and pebbles, organic matter, remains of plants and animals, and living organisms, parts of the living plant. Soil is as important as a home for living things. Plants and small animals such as worms, ants, and pill bugs. Review your exemplar activity guide, making sure that you focus on the engage, explore, and reflect sections. When you finish with the experiment, ask yourselves, what was something interesting that you noticed? To continue exploring soil, be sure to choose one of the ideas for further exploration and complete that activity. Soil. Soil is a wonderful natural material for young children to investigate. Soil is a foundation of all life, and it's important for children to feel a connectedness to this precious resource. That wraps us up for this episode. Please look online to find out all of the other materials that we have available for you in your course. If you need help, feel free to reach out to me or your instructor. Have a great time learning. See you next time.